Hey guys, still here and welcome back to XCOM 2 Long War. We're on episode 36, and while I was really looking forward to completing the Blin Commando mission, the enemy strength is still Swarming Plus, which means that the swarming, or the plus signal there, it's going to be one level above swarming. Swarming, according to the wiki page, is 34 plus enemies, and this is even more, so we could be looking at as many as 40 targets. I will just sit here and wait. I don't really feel like taking unnecessary chances like that. In the meanwhile, we have Corporal Yutuka Nakajima over here. She's recruiting additional staff. This one also has an additional recruit, and with that, I have 13 out of 13. That means I can also go on intel missions right now, and I don't really need any further recruits. I might keep about 3 of them on recruit, just to see if I can actually get some new rookies for the squad. Although you could argue... yeah, no. You could argue that that's not really necessary, because anybody who I'm still going to need is probably going to get recruited through the black market and start at a rank of sergeant or similar. Intel 64. I would really like to make contact with New Australia, but the problem is they are slightly expensive. What I can do is build a radio relay here. They are 250 supplies. How much do I have? 370, so I got a decent bit. But first, I'm gonna go for visiting a mysterious stranger who has apparently assorted loot. Can I reduce advent strength, or does it keep going up? Yeah, I can delay it from going up. You do that by attacking enemy troop columns or supply missions which spawn in the sector that you are currently trying to liberate. Or that you're currently operating in general. Elite stock, advanced conditioning, and advanced magazine, and grenade launcher, trigger. Oh, nice. Good loot. Aside from that, there's really not that much that you can actually do to counter it. So the main objective is just to make sure that you get that mission over and done with as quickly as possible. That's basically the gist of it. Now I want to render that last Viper Snake. Then we got another bunch of alloys, and then I need to render a couple of Elerium cores to make sure I have enough. Since this advent strength over here is low, we can go over here and get some scans going. Alright, sign new research. I was going for something useful at some point, I think. Powered armor. Oh, I need even more alloys for that. And the same for coil guns. But for that I need Elerium crystals. Okay. I'm going to render a couple of Elerium cores, and I know for some people this is utter sacrilege, but I have a lot of them. I mean, I have a lot of Elerium cores, so I can spare a couple of them and just, well, break them up, I guess. Sebster, you are now going to officer school. I'm going to give you Oscar Mike, so you can help people get into position faster. Actually, Oscar Mike, if I'm not mistaken, is a one-time ability. The other one is not. Focus Fire is something... yeah, here, usable once per mission. This is something you can use every 5 turns, 3 turns. Yeah, so this is far more valuable. Not going for Oscar Mike. Okay, that's one core completed. Oh, what do we have? Protect the data tab. We're gonna have to do this, because if we don't, then we're losing the intel gathering capability of that sector. And intel is basically our lifeblood here. Now, I have a new lookout for, or what do you call that? New exterior for my sparks. These are Titanfall sparks, added by a mod. You have a couple of different variants, and I designated Etes over here as a, well, a bit of an experimental spark in that sense. He has the new lookouts. So this is the way that sparks can now also look. Now, as for a team, I don't really have too many people available. I got whatever's left of Red 4, which is Michelle Walker and 1 spark. And since this is a mission where you're immediately going to be getting your squad back, I am going to send them additional operatives to make sure that whoever's down here at the bottom of the roster is going to get a promotion. So we're also going to send in the Roomba. We're going to send in the Terminator. And since there is no infiltration time, I can just go for very expensive units. And expensive in the sense that normally it would take a Spark a very long time to infiltrate. Nowadays, not really. Okay, Silent Streak. Okay. Oh, he's down to 14 out of 15. He's fine. Okay, weapon-wise and armor-wise. Holy shit, do I really have nothing available? Make armor available. Shoo, that's not good. I'm not sending him out without any form of additional armor. Predator armor. And I know that that is going to cut into my alloy supply, so I will have to figure out a way to get more alloys. Basically render even more snakes. That's the plan. Oh, so you've got a PCS that you can get. Aim is 66. Aim for him would be handy. That's not terribly handy. Mobility could work. Agility? No, not really. He goes on suppression a lot, but that doesn't quite count as Overwatch. Aim. Also, he has a bit of a transparent hip. Not the first time it happens with these characters, but it is a little unusual. Okay, what sort of upgrades do we have? This thing has the advanced hair trigger and the advanced autoloader. That's a good start. I can also throw in an advanced expanded mag, and now we have 7 ammo in a clip. That's one. Who's next? The Ates Spark. All of my better weapons are on missions, because I got almost everybody from the roster currently out on ops. Still, Sparks will get shot at. Mostly a lot. So I'm going to give him the improved armor. You're going to get a Helix Rail Cannon. And the Shredder Gun. I can upgrade your Helix Rail Cannon. Aim, 69 plus 5. I don't exactly have a stock or a scope available. This could be very interesting for a Spark. Lightweight frame. Increases mobility but decreases damage. But by how much? It doesn't quite tell you about that because the weapon gets in the way. No, we're gonna go for expanded mag. Okay, Walker. Walker is field medic shinobi, if that's a thing. If it wasn't before, then it is now. She's going to be moving out ahead of the squad and spotting everything. She is not likely to see combat, she's just out there to scout. If she, however, does need to get a kill, then, and she does get one, then she becomes untouchable. Ideally, though, I would give her an improved weapon. I believe I have a couple of improved... Here we are. Alloy blade. She does not really have any perfect opportunities for knife fighting, but she's just gonna have to make do. As for your upgraded weapons, you're running around with an SMG. I don't think you need too many upgrades. Ah, there we go. Increase mobility by 1, decrease damage by 15%. I am seriously gonna have to upgrade my weapons. By a lot. Okay, who's next? Cobra, Specialist. Looks like you're already wearing Predator. You got your Gremlin Mark II, you got your mag rifle. Excellent. I just need to upgrade that weapon. Give you an expanded mag and a hair trigger. Next, Roomba. One of my new Sparks. Let's also change the way that he looks. So he's gonna get, let's say, the legs 3, torso 3, arms 3, and he's gonna go without a head. It's a bit unusual, but you can still see his camera head sticking out. So I gotta make sure that his head is invisible. What sort of voice does this thing have? Because this is the first mission that he went, or that he's about to go on. English Warrior. We got a warrior Roomba over here. Weapon-wise, go for the Helix Rail Cannon. I cannot afford an additional armor suit for a Spark. And I really cannot get that much good weaponry. You already have improved... Yeah, he already has an improved frame. He has the rail cannon. He's fine. Then we got Decker. Decker was training for Solace, but I want him to go on another mission. Just to make sure that he can do a bit more damage and get a bit more training in. Unfortunately, once again, I am out of suits. So I'm going to aggressively push forward with my Sparks and hope that those guys take all the damage. And that this guy is not going to get shot at all. And finally we have another scout. Corporal Sia Silent Streak Hongchen. Weren't you a woman before? No. Okay, my bad. I believe you're a knife juggler. Yeah. So you need to have alloy knives. There you go. I'm not going to give you a plasma grenade. I'm going to give you a vibro blade. Yeah, might as well. It's the best weapon that I have for him at the moment. Mobility-wise, he's good. Aim-wise, he could get a little better. There we go, 79. Okay. And this is what we're going to run with. 3 Sparks. 1 Psi Operative, a Specialist, a Shinobi, a Spec Op. And I think that just about lists everyone. Now, it's your basic run-of-the-mill data tap defense. So it's not that special, but it needs to get done. That's basically the whole premise of the mission. Operation Ghost Hound. Now, we can expect enemy resistance. I'm thinking mechs, a couple of snakes maybe, and the snakes are going to have a hard time with all these Sparks running around because they cannot be poisoned, they cannot be grabbed, nothing like that. My soldiers, of course, can. So if there's snakes nearby, then there is a bigger risk to my infantry. And once again, the Sparks are going to have to go in extra aggressive. Now, thankfully, there is an officer on this operation, which means that anybody who does make it out alive, well, without the rebels, that is going to get promoted. Oh, and the reinforcements already start, of course. The challenge is that there is a dark event active that makes the reinforcements come in even faster. Now, this area is clear. I would really like to see where they are in this first move. Because while these guys might be concealed, my Shinobi and my Spec Op, you can bet your ass that the Sparks are not.
Movement request confirmed.
So we're going to push forward the Roomba.
I'm compelled to agree.
That's a really weird thing to say, by the way.
We should proceed quickly, Separate Commander.
Decker over there. Move to here. Etta's on Overwatch. Cobra on Overwatch. Roomba. And Gepard over there.
Okay.
Now the beautiful thing about the Sparks is you can still send them out even if they're damaged. Of course it's not ideal because they will incur some sort of penalty. But overall they can still achieve. They can still perform. So that's what I'm hoping to get out of them. Just sheer damage.
I guess that'll be okay. Come get some.
My rebels are still running around with just your standard run-of-the-mill ballistic weapons. Oh shit, you're gonna spot something. No, you're not. Okay. Well, that was the last one. That's not going to be terribly effective if you got make that 4 enemies with 9 hit points or higher each. That's going to make this, well, a pretty tricky fight. Does that hit? A shotgun at that range? It does. It's just a graze. Oh, and here's the enemy. So they are engaging the rebels and the data tap. But they're also pretty easy to flank.
They've been waiting for us all along.
And they currently see the rebels as the biggest threat. Yes. Oh. Interesting. They might not exactly have eyes on the data tab yet. There we go. Alright, boys. I can see you. And I think it's time that we move up. Preferably with high cover. But that might be a bit too much to ask for. Yeah, I got 3 shred storm cannons. Or 3 shredder guns. And they're all very eager to get working.
Advancing.
So, it's time to have the Roomba clean up. That is, if it can make it that far with the shredder gun. Yes it can. I can hit 2. That should detonate the car and also do a fair bit of damage against this guy. Nope, the car is only burning, so it's going to detonate next turn. Alright, who else can we move up? Decker can easily get a kill.
Yes, sir.
The problem is that this is low cover. And I have had some nasty experiences with low cover. Take care of the shield bearer, that's definitely the biggest concern at the moment. He's going to add additional armor to everything. Unless... That is over here.
Should I double check that for you?
I like it how he can just slightly hop over the door. Whoops, no. Overdrive. He can hop over the door and the car door does not really seem to budge. That must be some good quality doors.
I'll comply for now.
Now, you could mention that, or you could say that firing 2 shredder guns in 1 turn is a bit much. But I need these guys to get killed off as quickly as possible to make sure that they don't actually pose a threat. Which they will to these rebels. Because these guys are potentially going to move here, flanking them. And especially if they're also being pressured from over here, we got a flank attack. I don't want that. I'm not having that. Etta's over there. Or sorry, Attila. Berry. Over there. Terminator could still get 1 more move off. I'm gonna keep him in reserve with his overdrive protocol. And that leaves me with my knife juggler. Have a look.
Location confirmed.
I want to know if there's anybody up here. If there is, they could be flanking.
Hostile squad
Nope,
here.
but they are down there. That's interesting. And it's good to find that out early on, because that means that once I'm done pushing here, I'm going to have to look into this group. It's going to take them about 2 turns to get to a position from where they can actually be a threat. Right.
Okay, I'll go.
Aggressively move up. At the moment, these guys are quite close together. But can we find a spot where the grenade hits both? There has to be one. Just saw it. Yeah, here it is.
Throwing grenade.
Make it work. 1 and 4. I have seen better. Also, this guy's still here, so I don't want to be pushing up too far. What I can do, though, is flashbang the 2 sectoids, making sure that they don't get too much action. Although they could still go after the transmitter.
On my way.
What? I completely lost eyes on this guy. Yeah, there he is. Let's just say that that guy probably has his hands full trying to not get killed off by the sparks.
Heading there now.
Let's pull you back. Just hunker down.
Standing fast.
Yep, that's it. These 3 sparks in a row. This is fantastic. Here's the other group. They are definitely making progress towards the objective, but they're not in a very big hurry. Snake pushes forward. Uh-oh. Okay, that's a miss.
Incoming over here.
I find the snakes to be definitely the biggest threat at this point. Bit of damage to the spark, but the armor took it. Hey, Lorden. Good evening. Okay, what are you guys going to do? Overwatch 1. He shoots. That's another miss. That leaves him with 1 snake all the way in the back. What are your plans? Firing. Missing. Okay, so all the attacks missed. With the exception of the one that hit the spark, and that one didn't do any damage. I can live with that. Okay, Michelle, if I tell you to attack... It's a 5 to 7. It's a bit of a low roll. This is not going to boost anything for her, unfortunately. I could just run up to this guy and shoot him. But if it's a sergeant, and it is... he can have a fair bit of additional defense on him. Run here. The reinforcement timer is also getting pretty close. No, I don't mind if I have to repair this spark. I mean, that's what they're here for. They're here to tank. 61% only. Okay. It's way less than I'd hoped. Oh, it's enough though. Hey, Genbrad. Okay, that means that I can now push up. Or I can have a couple of sparks go on detached duty and attack this group over here. But I think that 2 sparks might not cut it. So I'm going to pose these sparks as the maximum risk that they can be. By just rushing them forward. And by clumping them up. Because the AI somehow does not distinguish between this is something that can and this is something that cannot get hit by poison spit. So I'm going to abuse that. Michelle over there. Attila over there.
I understand.
Cobra here.
Affirmative.
Decker here.
Aye, sir.
This is not going to kill them yet. I do want to know where they're going. I mean, I have a fairly good idea. They're going towards the objective. But I want to know how much progress they're making. %69% chance on a throw that's going to potentially give his position away is not safe enough for me. Okay, you already fired your grenade. You got 1 on Overwatch with an accuracy... it's a little over 50. That has potential to hit.
Maintaining position.
So I'm going to hunker down all the rebels. I might actually use Royal on an attack at some point.
Okay.
So let's make sure she's in good position to go on the offensive. And that's everything. No longer disoriented. This is when these guys actually become very, very dangerous. Here they come. There we go, there's the poison spit. Unfortunately, metal doesn't really respond at all to their poison spit. Now, I understand what this sectoid is doing, but his positioning is pretty bad. Because I have a spark which can very easily move to flank. Same for this guy. I mean, he's pretty much sandwiched between my rebels on the one hand and my guys coming in from the road on the other hand. So he doesn't really have too many places to go. Now, I think that I might be able to take down this guy. Because this sectoid is particularly susceptible to metal. And I mean melee attacks. So, let's go pay this sectoid a visit. And I wasn't really planning on using Royal in a very offensive-oriented role. The reason that I'm doing this is to make sure that I get this group out of the way as quickly as possible and then immediately start pushing on the next one. Because I think that there are only 3 groups currently threatening my position here. Cobra is pretty damn slow. Oh, you cannot quite get there. You can get over here though. Who was the one who had the scope on it? Laser sight. Oh, but you can't flank. Okay. Well, in that case, it's going to be Spark 1. Who's going to be doing the... Well, at least the damage, maybe the killing too. No, just the damage. That's fine. That's what I want. This snake is only behind low cover. But that doesn't really have to mean that I actually go and hit. Chances to hit one like this are even better. There you go, that's one snake less. It is tempting to have this Sparko over here and intercept this group while they're still clumped up. But the problem is, they're going to spot me. And they won't really appreciate me being there, so they're going to scatter. And I will never get a chance to actually use that shot. What I can do, though, is have my straggling infantry over here push slightly towards this building, instead of going all out in a fight against the sectoid and the snake there. I just gotta make sure I don't actually get detected. Because that would be a problem. I hope that this doesn't get me detected. It doesn't. If these guys move, I might be able to kill them. Now, let's see. Do I have enough firepower to get rid of this snake and this sectoid? Somebody had a shotgun. Yeah, you did. The challenge is now, can I kill this thing in one go? And not lose my life in the progress or in the process. Maybe.
Yes, this should do nicely.
How much damage did that do to the car? Not enough. Not enough. This rebel is definitely not going anywhere anytime soon. Oh, that's an 84. Okay, let's do it. It doesn't look like a kill. No, just 2 damage. Still, that should keep him busy. And that guy is also going to get flanked by the spark.
This is new data. We have not yet reached consensus.
Take it out. There you go, well done. That's one less to worry about. Just leaves one snake on the road.
This specimen must be
But that I can handle. Panic removed, lockbox, 2 cores, and a strong box. Very good.
I've got it.
Decker. Assume hostile contact over here. With an SMG, you're not likely to hit anything though, so let's start stacking people up over here. So we can push over to here, there, over there maybe. Just get ready. Cobra, how good's your aim? 83. Oh, that's tempting. Here. Hold. Don't do anything just yet. Yeah, this snake probably does not really have a plan. Not at all. Okay, since there is no overwatch whatsoever, I can just push in. And hopefully take it out. Nice. Way to go for the rebels. Yeah, I should have used the spark first. You're right. But I was still hesitant. Do I take out the sectoid first? Or do I get the spark ready to go on the offensive against the other group?
Got the goods.
Okay. So that group should be about here.
Rolling.
Yep. They are. Do I dare? Do I dare? I do not. I don't want to take that risk just yet. Yeah, that's going to get you detected. Let's evade. Did that evade? Bunch of civilians. Oh. But because the civilians kicked open the door, we now have to deal with this squad anyway. Okay. Well, that's not really what I had planned. But I'll just make the best of it. Over here. Cobra, I want you over here. I want you to use the combat protocol to shock the sergeant. Just reduce his hit points a little. Sergeants are generally hard to hit. I was hoping to hit this guy, but Cobra can't see him. And as such, he cannot actually direct his spark to go do anything, or his drone, no. Yeah, his drone to go and do anything useful. Let's finish off the sergeant. That's one sergeant less. If I can finish this up in this turn, that would be lovely, because then I wouldn't have to deal with the reinforcements. But I don't think I can bring enough firepower to bear. Although this definitely helps.
Neutralizing hostile target.
Does this... Yeah, that's not bad. Shreds his armor too, so now I can throw a knife. And have an almost 100% chance to kill. Yeah, he's going down. That's one less.
I'm spotted.
Oh, that got you detected? Well, that was unlucky. That was really unlucky. Normally you can just get away with that.
100% efficiency.
I doubt it. Push this way. If there is high cover, that is. Which seems to be pretty hard to find. Here then. I need to deal with these reinforcements, and I need to do it quickly. Or I need to deal with this group before the reinforcements hit, but that apparently is no longer an option. So, with the troops that can't actually get that far, like this spark over here, I'm going to go on Overwatch. Maybe I can take down one as it's exiting the dropship. No, they're dropping pretty much between all the units. 4, no less. I brought 3 sparks in this mission. It was a bit of a panic mission because I didn't really have any troops at home.
Will I get to do more than identify targets?
Missed.
An uncharacteristic mistake.
Indeed. Oh god. Oh no. Ow.
Sustained.
Guess who it is.
Fuck with me.
Guess. No! I was going for the spark. This is Attilla. AKA Geppert. He has spent...
Of steel.
He's about to spend even more time in the hospital. I'm not even sure what is up with this guy at this point. But... the game absolutely hates his guts. Because... once again... He's being brought to within an inch of his life. And there's not a whole lot that I can do. I mean, sure, I can heal him up, and I'm going to. Because I got Michelle over here, who's a shinobi medic. So I can definitely heal him up. But, come on. This game is an accurate representation of my life. Yeah, I know I was gonna get something like that. Okay, we need to take out some of these guys. We need to be quick. I don't really want to repeat performance from the Rocketeer. But if I push out too far, I will not be able to get that officer over there.
Understood. Moving out.
This is a bit risky. 53? Fuck it.
Grenade out.
Grenade out. Just start stacking the damage. I had a couple more rebels over here, but I think most of them used their grenades. Yeah, you used your grenade. Where's the other one? Oh, one of them panicked, didn't it? Or died? I'm not even sure. Anyway, we need to figure... Oh, here he is. She is? She is. We need to figure out what to do with the rest of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm very confident that you can take out one of them on your own. This spark is going to help you by taking out the other one.
As you wish.
So this should end these two. Should. But in XCOM shoulds are not really what you always expect them to be. That's low cover. And it sucks. But it's gonna have to work. He's down.
Hostile terminated.
That leaves me with this guy and that guy over there. Let's put this park in as dangerous a position as possible. Try and take this guy out. Well done.
Hostile threat
Terminator.
destroyed.
Terminator's missing about one turn in order to actually get a kill. But I can make him a big threat. Blinding protocol. No. That's the Rocketeer dead.
This reaction was beyond expected parameters.
Can you, with your SMG, take out this guy?
Yes, sir.
I think that you can. Prove me right. There you go. 6 to 11 on a 9 hit point guy. That's pushing it. That's pushing it a lot. So I got a very wide spectrum. If it's the lowest possible roll, so a 6, a 7, or an 8, I'm fucked. If it's a 9, 10, or an 11, I win. I'm not going to risk that. I'm going to let this guy take a bite at my spark. Spark might not like it, but he's built for it. Much more than my infantry at any rate.
Work is the answer.
Work is the answer. Yeah, well, I think at this point the hospital is quickly becoming the answer. Alright, dude. What's your plan? Overwatch? No hits?
Come on, focus.
Oh no. Ooh.
They are
Yeah.
wasting their time.
Okay. Let's wrap this up. Can this spark get next to him? He can. You got the crit sight, yeah.
Affirmative.
How you doing on this fine day? Yeah, I thought so. Alright.
eliminated. Minimal ammunition remaining.
See, I was, when the mission started, or the mission planning came up, thinking, what sort of PCS should I give Attis? What sort of, Attila. What sort of equipment should I give him? Do I need to give him smart macrophages to make sure he heals faster? Nah. Yeah. At least you can chat with Jenna while they're spooning your insides back to their place. Yeah. About that. Here we go again. 22. Sorry, dude. 22 days. Oh. The meme is real. Okay. Spark promotions. Strike is nice. Bulwark is better because you got even more armor. Roomba. Basic, standard, normal, usual build. What do I get? Shredder, Shredder. Corporal, I want you to have aggression. That boosts the amount of crit chance that he gets even higher. Right. Oh, here, emergency life support. Yeah, maybe this is something that Attis can use. Maybe. Can I sort of post damage get this guy a different PCS? Yeah. Reduces wound recovery time. I know that this overrides the PCS perception. Nice try. That does not work retroactively. That does not work retroactively. Okay. Alright. Well, with that, I'm going to end the episode. That means that Attis is going to be out of action for the next 3 weeks. So we should be seeing him in about 4, 5, 6 episodes time. Oh well. I hope to see you guys sooner than that in the next episode, up in a couple of days. See you then.